Dreamscape presents The Tanglewood Flower Shop by Lilac Mills, narrated by Nano Nagle. Chapter 1. Leanne opened the door and breathed deeply, the alluring scent of a variety of blooms wafting across her face as the air in her shop was disturbed. Beneath the heady perfume of the flowers lay a deeper, richer smell of green things and earth from the pots and hanging baskets dotted around. She loved those smells, lived for them, in fact. Being in the florist shop was like being inside a jewelry box lined with different shades of green. Leaf green satin, forest green velvet, sage green damask. The jewels were the flowers themselves. Brilliant shades of fiery orange like sparkling amber, reds as bright as the finest rubies, blues ranging from sapphire to lapis lazuli, and the purple and violet of tanzanite and amethyst, with the whites of pearls and the yellow of gold. Add hot pink and some paler blooms into the mix, and the whole shop was a riot of colour that ebbed and flowed with the seasons, and was at its best at the flower farm or the wholesaler. Actually, having to get up to go and purchase the flowers at ridiculous o'clock was the only part of her job that Leanne disliked, although after years of living on her parents' farm, she would have thought she should be used to getting up before the birds by now. Not that she did it every day, but a couple of times a week was more than enough for her, thank you very much. She mainly sourced her flowers and plants from a nearby flower farm, and sometimes from the garden on the farm where she still lived. For out-of-season or special flowers, she used the wholesaler, which she hated doing but had no choice, though she insisted on visiting it herself to choose her own stock rather than ordering online. She stepped inside Field Day Flowers, closed the door behind her, and headed for the kettle. A cup of coffee was needed before she unloaded the van and tackled today's orders, she decided grimly. The back of the van was full to bursting with roses. Red ones. One of the most lucrative days of the year was looming, but Leanne viewed it more as an endurance test. She hated Valentine's Day, and it wasn't because she lacked a love interest, although it was fair to say there was no romance on her horizon, but because she felt she had little scope for creativity. There was only so much that could be done with a dozen red roses. She spent the morning making up the bouquets for tomorrow and storing them in the temperature-controlled room out the back. She knew she was lucky to have it. When the butcher's shop that had been here since her mum was a child started selling wild boar and venison 3 years ago.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?